Hello. um, what's up? What's up? What's up? I feel like. Alright, fuck it. What's up? I feel like. I'm feeling creative, you know? I feel like I really just want to do stuff. I really just want to create videos. I want to express myself through videos. And I'm quite shy, quite honestly. Quite quiet. And I'm pretty not I'd say I used to be insecure, and I feel like I've come into my skin a lot more. I'm really happy to be who I am. And I think this year, pre-quarantine, you know, I was really getting into it, getting into my groove, getting into my groove, you know, and I think, all right, let me just back it up. March, that's sort of when quarantine, COVID, you know, everything sort of happened. I turned 19 March 2nd, and I feel like my entire life leading up to sort of this year, it was quite an adventure. I have a lot of ideas, you know, I have a lot of things spiraling in my head. My head feels like an ocean, an endless sort of body of water, just kind of crashing and waving, different ideas splashing against each other, you know. And I feel like when I get an idea, I feel like there's a little island in this sort of endless body of water, which I know sounds counterintuitive, kind of, but just picture it. Sort of a small island. That's sort of my safe space, you know, in this sort of, it's the eye of the hurricane, almost. And here it's like, you know, nothing can really get to me. It's sort of just me and my pet turtle. And, you know, like the SpongeBob trees, kind of just chilling, maxing and relaxing, having a grand old time. And when I see an idea in this body of water, I'm like jumping into the water to swim and like keep it afloat. And for a hot minute, I felt like, I don't know if depressed is the right word, but definitely felt like depression. Where I just didn't want to swim out. I didn't want to leave the island. I didn't want to, I was scared almost to jump out and capture the ideas and lift them up. And it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say lazy, because lazy sounds so lazy, you know. It's more anxious of the result of what would happen if I were to jump out and lift these ideas afloat. I was scared of what would happen if, what would people think, what would my parents think, what would I think, you know. And man, like, I've been journaling recently. I've been journaling a long time. My dad used to always get on my ass, yelling at me, saying, you know, like, keep a journal. Just write your ideas down. Just sort of get it out in the world, or like put it on paper. Organize yourself. Here's your list. This is everything you need to do today. It was a lot more stricter and louder, to be honest. But I don't know, out of spite, I was just like, I don't want to do that, you know, like kind of just being a stupid kid being like 7 years old. But I thought I could do it a different way. But I always just kept I just kept writing ideas regardless, you know, just small thoughts, small whatever. But leading up to the beginning of 2020, are you kidding me? Sorry, my light just went out. There we go. Leading up to 2020. Oh, there's a little bug. Fly away. Leading up to 2020, I've been doing a lot of writing. A lot is sort of subjective, but you know, I don't have a full book, but I have every single page was meticulously and like very well, like I allowed myself to just be myself and like overthink, maybe. I don't want to say over, like I just dove into every single page. And in doing so, I really visualized what it is I want to do. And like what I want to do is I just want to I want to express myself. I feel like behind there's so much emotion that I'm just not seeping out, or I'm not allowing to escape out of fear. I'm scared to leave my island, you know? And I really, I don't know, this, like, literally this entire year, as shitty of a year this has been, it's also one of the best years for me personally. Just, like, I don't know, like, before the whole world started to sort of crumble, the normal became like history, essentially. Like, we're kind of just in this gray puberty era, gray puberty time of puberty, you know. Everything's just awkward, things kind of suck, you know. Like, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but I don't know, I don't want to have to explain myself like that, you know. Like, for me, it's just I feel like mentally this is what I've sort of been used to, sort of just this anxious life or death, kind of just this drowning almost. I'm too scared to go out to swim. And I feel like a lot of people are scared to go out to swim right now. That being said, it's sort of all over the place right now. I really just want to make videos. I really just want to express myself through videos. I really wanted to. So I like recording everything. I like capturing the moment, as well as living it. And I feel like people may seem like it's impossible to do that, like just live in the moment. But for me, it's just like I'm carrying something regardless. I like to carry stuff. I like holding stuff, whether that's like my notebook, my camera, whatever, backpack, whatever. I like holding stuff. So like in the moment, I'm holding stuff, I'm experiencing it, and I'm capturing it simultaneously. And if I'm not capturing it on video, I'm capturing it in my journal. If I'm not capturing it in my journal, I'm capturing it through a drawing. If I'm not capturing it through a drawing, I never experienced it, you know? And I don't know, I'm getting too caught up on perfecting it. I'm gathering ideas and bringing it on my island, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, this got to be perfect if I'm gonna put it out in the world. But like, I'm not perfect. And even people that you think are perfect, it's only really their image that is perfect, and it's really subjective in that too. So why am I holding myself to such a high level of this needs to be friggin' perfect if it's never going to be? And if it's never going to be perfect, it's never going to see the light of day outside of my little island. I don't know if my hands are like, I don't know if you can see it. My hands are a bit dirty right now. Not dirty, but like, nah, whatever. It's clean. They're clean. I cut them. Alright, whatever. I fixed my bike earlier, so if there's like residual oil, I swear I actually scrubbed my hands so hard. So anyways, if I'm not perfect, why am I holding myself to the perfect standard? You know, to me, it's like, I don't know, like this video, for instance, is by no means perfect, but at the same time, it also is perfect, you know? It's perfect because it exists. It's perfect because it's being made. It's perfect because it's out there. You're perfect just the way you are. It sounds corny as hell, but like honestly, it's actually like actually believing that and actually understanding what that means, and you know, just kind of putting those words into action. That's what's important. It's, you know, like oh my goodness, sorry. Plugged into my laptop right now, and my laptop like automatically shuts down every minute or so. Not every minute or so, it's just not signed in right now, so. I really hope you can't see my password. I'll plug this in. Anyways. I really just want to make videos, you know? I really want to express myself through videos, and I feel like I'm doing a lot, but not doing enough. And like, I feel like I can do more. And the thing that eats away at me at night is the fact that I'm not making videos like this, where I just like make it, post it, whatever, just put it out there, you know? I'm not putting myself out there. I'm kind of perfecting in here and not translating it outside of my mental temple. There's a lot of things I want to do right now that like I'm just not doing. I don't know why. Like, I'm motivated to do it, I'm just not doing it. So I feel like a good way to force myself to do the things that I want to do is to record it and just put it out there. Obviously not everything I'm doing needs to be recorded and whatever, like that's not the case, but it's a good way to remind myself, first and foremost, that things need to be done. Well, not things need to be done, but things are getting done. And I don't know, for me it's more of a collection of my personal journey. You know, I'm only 19. Gotta remind myself of that. As much as I'd like to be LeBron James at 19, I'm not. As much as I'd like to be Bruce Lee at 19, I'm not. I'm Ethan DePeo. And, you know, I mean, people only really knew about Jesus when he was 33, so I'm not. I got 12 more years. That doesn't seem right. 10, like 14 more years. Not Albert Einstein at 19 either, but just getting my notifications now because my laptop just turned on for the first time like all day. I don't know, I feel like look at this giant like robe sort of thing I found at Tully's. I have a lot of ideas with it, you know. I like the aesthetic of long baggy shirts and stuff. And like, I don't know, my style's not really fitted. It's more, loosey goosey, kind of comfortable. It's stylish. I mean, these kind of look like pajamas right now, but the way I see it, it's like almost like a Western kimono. You know, East meets West, or maybe the other way around technically. But that's sort of who I am. You know, kind of just. I'm not north, I'm not south, I'm not east, I'm not west. I'm kind of just. Whoop. And I like to go everywhere. You know, I kind of just float around in my little, like, my island is boop. And I don't know. That's just me, you know, like, that's just who I am. And I feel like if I go too far to one area, I'm losing who I am, because I don't know. I'm not like I'm getting frustrated right now because I'm trying to getting caught up because I want this video to be perfect, even though I was just talking about how nothing's really ever gonna be perfect. But simultaneously, this is perfect because it's just, I don't know. I'm frustrated because it's not perfect. Like, I'm too caught up in my head right now while talking about trying to get out of my head, which kind of is why I want to make this. You know, there's a lot of things I want to do. I really would like to be good at painting and just expressing myself through different art. I like customizing. I shout out to Alex and Tristan. Like, they actually have opened my mind to the idea of expressing myself through my clothing. Prior to that, I mean, that sounds stupid. That sounds so like, oh, duh. But for me, it's always just like, my clothes have always been hand-me-downs from my dad. You know, like, I'm wearing hand-me-downs right now, besides this. And it's comfortable. You know, it's like athleisure. Just kind of like, I can do athletics in this. So if I'm just chilling around, sitting around the house, like, I can do that too. Athleisure. But I don't know, like, I'd always feel so scrutinized by my parents if I dressed funky, if I did whatever. I mean, that's not their fault. They're human too. But from a young age, I've always just worn hand-me-downs, or like, I didn't really go shopping for clothes to like express myself through it. But there's so many different ideas. Like this is beautiful. Hang on, let me. Like, I don't know. There's so many different ideas I have to customize this to make it more me. Already, like, just pulling up to the function wearing this. I know I'm gonna get looks, but like, this is both comfortable, it's functional because it's warm. Like, it's basically a jacket, and like, if I'm wearing shorts or whatever, you know, like, whatever. It's so many different ideas with it. So many, and I'd like to do that. I'd like to customize it. I'd like to I want to sew patches on it. I want to paint on it. I want to screen print on it, maybe embroider it a bit, make it mine. Like, make every single piece of clothing I own mine. There's literally one of one, because I made it. And it's exactly to my taste. And like, I don't know, I think there's something in doing that that's sort of freeing. Like, I don't know, I never really like to, be compared to anybody, because I feel like I don't want to undermine anybody else, and I sure as hell don't want to be undermined by somebody else. It's kind of just like, let me be me. And I think I think there's power to that. That like, I don't know. There can only ever be one me, you know? And if I'm not being my best, if I'm not being the best version of me that I know exists, I feel like I'm robbing the world. If not, like, I'm not, you know, if I, like, yeah, like, I feel like I'm robbing the world if I'm not being the best version of me. And so, hopefully with this, me recording and just sort of expressing myself freely, I can put myself out there in the void. That's about it. So stay tuned. Unless I die, in which case. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to get off my chest. See you soon. I don't really know who I'm talking to. I'm kind of just talking to myself in the viewfinder. Which, I mean, hello future Ethan. Hopefully all your dreams come true. See you soon.